Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome to my Plus Size Grandma reality show podcast. I'm Coco. So I am getting ready to, oh my God, I loaded the wrong picture up. I just realized it, y'all. I thought I had loaded the picture for the thumbnail as a cabbage and as the chicken. I thought I put both on there, but I didn't. But y'all, I'm getting ready to cook. Y'all know I love to cook and talk, and so I already did one podcast today, but this one here is strictly for cooking, and I'm going to tell y'all what I use in my cabbages and how I'm going to do my chicken. Now, what I told my son I wanted to do was a chicken sandwich, just a regular chicken sandwich, just fry the chicken and, add whatever seasoning you like and put some mayonnaise on some bread and stuff and just be done. Something simple. And that's how I am. I like to cook simple. I do not like stuff that take all day to cook. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Yesterday was my dad's birthday, and that just reminded me of him when I said that don't cook all day, because I used to be one that it would take me all day to cook. And I think I was just like that because that's how I was raised, where it take all day to cook. And I didn't realize what that formula was. That was the strategy, what strategy was. That was the strategy back in the good old days when our parents and grandparents, they had to work outside. Y'all, you hear me tearing down stuff, it's because I'm cutting this cabbage up as I'm talking to you. But back then, when they had to work outside from sun up to sundown, yeah, they would have to slow cook food so that it would be ready, because they didn't get a chance to come back in and be like, well, I'm going to put this on and then I'm going to go back in and get it done. No, they had to go ahead and get that work done. And so what happened is they would have to put that food on cooking slowly. And so myself, I didn't understand that part back then. And so when I grew up, I was like, I like slow rolling beans. I like, to cook my beans long and slow. Let it cook all day, all night. And then the next day it's good. Not realizing that I was really just causing the light bill to be high. I know that now. But I didn't back then, because that's the way I liked it. That's the way my mama and daddy taught me. And so that's the way I was teaching my kids. But I stopped that. I was like, no, that's not right. That's not how we have to do now. We don't have to do that now always. Unless you just want to do something slow cooked like that. But it's not. Oh, this cabbage is hard to cut. Oh, okay, cabbage. You don't like me? Ooh, that was... Y'all hear that music? That was something. But unless you really want to do that, you don't have to do that these days. And so now, I just like my go-to meals that are sweet and simple and still give me the taste of like I was back in the days. Because, I think it don't matter how long or how slow you cook something. I think it's how you cook it. If you cook it with love and passion for cooking, it's going to come out good regardless. That's like some people can fix the same sandwich and it don't taste good from one person as it does the next, because they have passion for what they're doing, and it comes through whatever they touch. That passion does that. That passion comes out, and you can tell that sandwich was made with love. So that sandwich ain't going to be fixed all kind of ways, Hard to find people like that these days, though. I don't know how much of this cabbage I'm going to cut, because it ain't something, my fingers or something ain't trying to work here. Maybe I'm just going to cut them big. Some people like their cabbages small cut. Some of them like them big. How y'all like y'all's cut? After I get these cut, though, and put on, then these going to be kind of medium. After I get them cut, then I'm going to start on this chicken. Yeah, going to start on this chicken then. Because it's not going to take long to cook this chicken, because I actually got the Tyson's all natural, boneless and skinless chicken breast. So it's already sliced. And it says it's thin sliced, so let's just believe them. I haven't personally used any thin sliced breasts before from Tyson's, So this will be a first time for me. But if it is thin sliced, and it feels like it is through the bag, I haven't took them out and looked at them yet. But they feel thin sliced. If they are, then that's going to make an even better sandwich. Because sometimes you get them big, thick chicken sandwiches, they don't taste all that good. Cutting this cabbage makes me want to make some sauerkraut, y'all. And I just might do it. That last sauerkraut I made, it was so good. Yup. But my daddy would be like, it take you all day to cook. All night. We got here at 12 o'clock. You just not getting done with the food at 9:30. Whoa, that was crazy. But they wait for it to get done. They be done went and ran errands and came back and did all kind of stuff. My daddy, he liked my cooking. Both my dads did. My biological dad, that was his birthday yesterday. I really don't like to say that too much. I like to just say dad. Because I don't feel like that. I mean, I say it because that's how I was taught to say it. Not necessarily by my parents or grandparents, but by the standards of the government system, the welfare system. That's how I was taught to refer to my dad as the biological father, the donor. Not even, you know. And to me, that's somewhat disrespect. Every time I say it, and that's been on my heart for years to say that. That's somewhat disrespect to him and the love I have for him to just keep being like, well, that's my biological father. Why can't I just say dad? I mean, he may have not raised me, but he was in my life the whole time. The whole time he was in my life. And sometimes we just get caught up on these government terms and definitions. I understand why we have to have them now. We do have to have them so we can know who everybody is. So the identity is there. But when the identity becomes great, their government identity becomes greater than the environmental identity, there's a problem. Because now you teach your kids that even if your parents do come and start trying to do right in your life, you know, they still aren't allowed to address you as such. You know what I'm saying? Can't address them as, hey daddy, you have to address them as, this is my biological dad. So on paperwork, that's how I have to put. When they ask the question, do you have anybody in your family who has a history of heart disease, diabetes and stuff? I can't just say my grandparents, the ones that adopted me, or my adopted dad. I can't do that. I have to say, I have to put that part, because I do know that my dad did have those type of disease. So I had to go off of what he had. So when it's all said and done, when it comes down to it, whatever's in you from your daddy and your mama, that's in you. That's not going to, it's not coming out. I don't care what the paperwork says. Don't let the paperwork become bigger than the true identity. Because then you're going to be walking around thinking, hey, I ain't got heart disease in my family, so I can eat what I want, I can do what I want. You living off a lie. And one day that lie come back and bite you and you realize that, hey, where'd I get this from? Then somebody tell you, run in the family. That's how they'll be. You run in the family. But yeah, I miss him so much. And he was a good man. He wasn't perfect. He was humble though. After he got older, I mean, he had his wild moments, okay? So let me not just try to make him look like he was just everything. Y'all hear that? That's the air coming on. But he had his moments, but he grew up from it and he learned from it in time. And I thank God for that learning in time. So I want to send a shout out to my sister Kayola, because she actually brought these cabbages by that y'all hear me cutting. Thank you, Kay. Love you. It's always a good time to see my family. Yeah. So this cabbage, I'm almost done cutting these things because y'all, like I told you, I like a rough, coarse chop because see, I know when I cook mine, see, like my mama came in Now, how she likes hers is she don't want you to overcook them for her. She want to still see the green and the whites on it, and she still want that little crunch in it. So she gonna tell you right quick, don't overcook my cabbage now. But me, I like mine overcooked. Yep, I do. I like them overcooked because I feel like the sweetness of the cabbage comes out. I don't know if I'm cooking our nutrients out or what, but I just feel like the sweetness of the cabbage comes out once I start cooking it. Yup. Yes, and I almost got this done. For those of you who don't know, you also make slaw out of cabbage. Okay. So, what's next is... What is this? Oh, okay. I know what that is. I'm going to add to this... I'm looking for it, but I don't see it. I want some crushed red pepper to go in here because once it cooks down some, that's when I'm going to add. Once it cooks down, I'm going to add in a chicken bouillon. A half of one of those. This cabbage, the way God be stretching meals around here, this cabbage is going to feed. I'm going to stretch it where it feeds 10 people. Each one of us will get a portion of it. And some of us will get seconds of it. Now, you ain't got to pour much water in it. Just enough to coat the bottom. Because I'm going to kind of slow cook these. I can't tell how much I'm pouring in there. Let me go put it on the stove, y'all. Because I didn't cut all I'm going to cut. Or maybe when it cooks down some more, I got a little piece left on here. When it cook down some, I add the other in. But I like mine cooked soft. I don't want no crunch in my cabbage. Don't tell Grandma Cammy that, though. Alright, so what's next? The chicken. Okay, now this chicken, it's already thinly sliced and everything. I'm not going to have to do much to it. My seasoning going to be so simple that even... Let me get a bag. Ooh, y'all. If you're new to my channel, welcome. God bless you. I don't care what people say about me, but you're welcome. The good and the bad. We all can learn from each other. Felt like I was yelling. Okay, so I got that crushed red pepper that I was telling you about. When it cooked down a little bit, then I'm going to add some onion pop. Now for me, y'all, when I'm doing boiled cabbage like that, I do not like garlic. I feel like garlic just overpowers it. Okay. Ooh, y'all. I don't know if y'all know, but I have a breathing condition called COPD. And sometimes the slightest task can just take the wind out of me. And I feel like I just got tight in the area of breathing. So let me put this on, and then I'm gonna have to go take my medicine. But it's okay, y'all. It's okay. That's why I just try to do what I can for people and just let them know that I love them while they're here. My daddy, he didn't like to be told stuff like, I love you, okay? My daddy Joe. He wasn't raised like that. He wasn't raised to be told that. Now, on the other end, my other daddy, Marshall, now he tell you he love you right quick. He was raised to love. And I mean, he don't mind hugging in public. None of that stuff. He'll do him right quick. He was just one of them that he loved it. He loved people, and he showed it. I'm not gonna say he always been perfect either, but I do know as far as at home and stuff, he tell us, 'cause I love you. I'm trying to help you out 'cause I love you. You know, he would tell us. Sometimes we listen, sometimes we didn't. All right, so let me see here. Hoping and praying on the wing and a prayer here that my flour smells like flour. I do not buy bulk things anymore like I used to. And I found that it's probably a good thing I don't, because I save money like that. I used to just buy in bulk all the time. Just because, I'm going to tell you something, it can become so addicting. You follow these content creators and you see what they do, then you want to do it too. So y'all, if you give me a second here, I'm going to just have to go ahead and, let me see here. Go ahead and take my asthma pump. I don't know what happened. I was just doing fine. Right? I was just doing fine, and now it's like hard to breathe. I hate when that happens. I may have to step outside for a little bit too. What in the world? Alright. I think I'm going to have to cut the air back on. I was trying to use the air so it wouldn't be so loud on here. But I think I just found out how hot it is in Candor. Well, that's the thing about reality shows. Stuff happens. So I'm taking my long-term inhaler. It's Symbicort for COPD. I'm checking my oxygen just to make sure it ain't dropped on me. Y'all, I had to leave cooking to come do this. Okay, so it hasn't dropped. My oxygen is good. It's 98. Pulse rate 70. So that's a good thing. So I'm thinking maybe it's just got something to do with it's getting hot in here. You know what? I need to buy a thermometer. I'm going to wear this oxygen meter thing on my neck until I feel like my breathing is coming back under control. Also, along with this, I'm going to take 1 puff of our brutal oil. And once I take this brutal oil, I will wait and give it time to kick in and see if I need another puff. That's how my doctor told me to do it. And I find that does work good. So this was a surprise moment for me, y'all, and this is what it's like living with lung disease. You be doing good one minute, next minute, you just out of it. So at the same time, I've been sitting for a minute or two here now. I'm gonna check my blood pressure just to make sure that's not out of whack. Okay, so my blood pressure is 138 over 74 over 63. That's about right. Now, y'all hear that my air came on. So that's about right. I do trust it. That pulse is 63, and that's around about what I had. So it works out. Let's see here. I'm telling y'all. See, I did not expect this, y'all. So this is live. Okay, the pulse that I have now is 67, and it was 63 on my blood pressure kit. So that's, they in order. They working together now. So, okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to step outside for about 2 minutes. And then we're going to get back to cooking. Because I'm going to turn the air on in here where it can go ahead and cool it down in here. Y'all hear the noise, right? So what I did. Yeah, see. I need a thermometer in here. I turned it on 75, my air. And me thinking that it was going to be okay. But I guess not. I did start sweating. Oh, look at the beautiful lights out here. Okay. Whew. So, y'all, you got me outside for about 2 minutes. Just bear with me. But I'm going to go ahead and talk about what I'm going to do to the chicken. It's not going to be much. This little light do not shine for. What I'm going to do is, it's already thinly sliced and prepared. It don't need to be washed. It's already been pre-washed and all that good stuff. Well, not pre-washed, but washed. You have to watch what you say around people. Okay, so it's already been washed. And usually I don't wash it when it's like that. I just go ahead and let it unthaw and cook it. And nobody's gotten sick. Nobody's been poisoning off of it or anything. But what I'm going to do with this chicken, and I wish I had milk because I would have dipped it into buttermilk and then put it with the flour, and it gives it this fat, puffy, crunchy texture on the outside. So I don't have milk, but I do have an egg. And an egg mixture is just as good as long as you coat it all over and you dip it in that flour. It's just as good. It can still fluff up like that. So that may be what I do. Or I could make a batter. It's so many ways I could do this, y'all. But I'm going to take the simpler way. I'm just going to let the grease get hot. I'm going to get some flour in a bag. Y'all know how we do with the bag. Just add a little onion powder, garlic powder, some paprika. And that's it. Some black pepper. And let it cook. That's all I'm going to do to it. Let it fry, saute. And you're not going to be on here to hear too much of that because I'm going to be doing a video for that. So don't expect to hear too much of that. It feels good out here. It got hot just like that, y'all, in my house. I was like, I'm going to cut it off for a few. Let me see what our weather is for this tonight. I started sweating. Or is it them people shining them things on me? Because I'm telling you. Oh, okay. It may be the people shining. Hold up, let me see. Oh, wait a minute. No, it is hot. It says currently 81 degrees. So, yeah, y'all going to have to put up with y'all going to have to hear my AC for a little bit. But I promise you I ain't going to hold you long, so you have to hear it long. Okay, as a matter of fact, let's go back in now and go to work. I feel it working. Thank God, to God be the glory. Y'all, I'm telling you, if you know somebody who got lung disease, do not be taking stuff for granted. What in the world? Somebody done ran in here that quick. Since I was sitting outside and laid down So, to be safe and fairly saying, if you've been following my podcast, and I say this a lot, then you know I'm going through some hate crimes, and this could possibly be related because in the little time that I was sitting outside and came and sat down, I come and somebody throws one of my diabetic needles in the hallway. They put it in the hallway now. Come on. Like, really? So that's what I be telling people. You just never know what you're going through. And if they know that you got any type of illnesses, some people try to make it worse on you. Now, I didn't want to say nothing. But since they put the diabetic needle and they took my machine that I have, I don't know what they did with this. I haven't seen that thing about 4 weeks. But since they want to lay that there like that, I will say this. Now I pray God bless them so that they can stop messing with me. Bless them with what He wants them to have. So they can stop messing with me. Okay. Ooh, y'all, this cabbage smell good. It's already hitting. See, y'all, I wasn't trying to say anything about it, but that's why I don't keep a whole bunch of food and stuff at my house like that. Because if I do, I'm setting myself up to be attacked. Alright. So I pray this flour still some good. What I need to do. Alright, I got some gloves here that I'm working with, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and pour a little oil in here. In this pan. Did y'all know that if you're trying to cut down on buying oil, Family Dollar and Dollar Tree and Dollar General, they sell oil for like $1. A small tube of it. Ooh, Lord. So that's what I be getting. I be getting that small tube whenever I do need oil. Ooh. Shout out to all those that do content creating. I was gonna dip the egg, but I don't feel like it. I think I'm just gonna settle for a simple fry. I'm going on and heating up my grease a little bit. Now I'm gonna add some black pepper to this, mixture. And like I already told y'all, I don't like a lot of... I'm probably one of the most bland people when it comes down to cooking. I cook kind of bland, so... I always tell people, don't add your own seasoning. Because on stuff like this chicken, I'm only going to put a little bit of garlic in here. A little bit. I don't want this chicken tasting like too much like garlic. But I have found that sometimes if you just use a little bit of the seasoning, it goes a long way. My favorite seasoning is Lawry seasoning salt, low sodium blend. That is my favorite. And my favorite no salt seasoning is Mrs. Dash, any of them. Alright, so I'm adding this onion powder to this. We got onion powder, garlic powder, black pepper, and you know what? Do I want the chili? I'm going to do the chili. I'm going to add the chili powder instead of the paprika. It'll give me a bite of sweetness. Yup. Once I actually start cooking this, I'm going to get off of here because I'm going to go do some surveys where I can make some extra money. Because guess who's trying to buy them a refrigerator? That's right, me. I'm trying to get me a refrigerator, y'all. So I've been doing these surveys and stuff, trying to save up money. And also they help buy grocery and food. Gloves, okay. Yep. That's what I've been doing. That's why I don't be on Facebook like that. I used to be on Facebook just posting. And you know, God just put me in a different direction, you know. I wasn't making money off posting. Oh, excuse me. I did cover up too, y'all. So I started doing surveys and I started playing video games for money. Oh, these are nice, good. Chew. Oh, excuse me. It's the black pepper. I'm starting to feel a little better. So I am going to cut these pieces in half. And if you don't know, let me tell you, chicken can cut really good and easy when it's semi-frozen. See, if I cut this in half, it's going to be enough for the 10. I tell you, I'm feeding a family of, how many tonight? I'm going to tell y'all, what I buy for one person, God actually allows it to stretch and feed like 10 of us. So I'm feeding my children, my son-in-law, and my grandchildren off in this one little bag of chicken. This chicken was, it was $9. And it's got a lot. It's got like these chicken breasts in them, the serving. But if you know how to cook them and break them down, you're going to stretch this. So my God is stretching this through the cutting of my hand. And the pieces are going to cook quicker too. And if you do need an extra little crunch, all you got to do is add some water onto the chicken and then put it in the flour, and that's going to give you some extra crunch right there. If you like extra crunchy stuff like I do. Alright, so we got it in the bag. We're mixing it. Shout out to whoever decided to come up with gloves. I gotta research that. I would really like to know who invented gloves. Cause honey, we sure didn't need them. I don't feel like I got enough flour. I'm gonna have to add some flour. And I tell you another good thing too. If you really want to get a good flavor on it, when it come out, hit it with some seasoning. You know, make yourself a seasoning blend. And when your fried chicken or fried chicken breast first start coming out, there you go, huh? You hit it on there and it's going to have that fresh seasoning taste. I do it all the time with rice. Any rice and pasta, I don't season my water. I wait till it come out. Different strokes, different folks, right? Yeah? Okay, so I got this already done the way I need it to be. Let's crank that heat up now. This oil has been in that pan just waiting on me. This bottle of oil is 16 ounces for $1.50. Clover Valley brand it's called vegetable oil at Dollar General. Let me make sure everybody got some flour on them in here. I be seeing a lot of content creators, they love to use a lot of seasonings. But most of the time they be using them, I'm adding some more onion powder because I don't smell it. If I can't smell it, then I can't taste it. But a lot of them be using, they use good products, but I be looking like, that got sodium, that got sodium. And then the young folks come talk about, well, we hate to do this, but the people with high blood pressure and stuff, we ain't got it. I be like, child, I remember when I used to laugh at people with it. Then I got it before I even got out of my teens good. By the age of 19, I was on, no, by the age of 15, I was on high blood pressure medication. And I've been on it ever since. Now, am I trying to get off of it? I have been. Have I been successful? No, I haven't been. You can't be successful when somebody is sabotaging your health. It's just no way. If you got people out here that come with agendas, it's hard to be successful in that. Y'all. Ooh, okay, so I'm going to have to take these gloves off. I'm going to have to get over here to the cabbage. We cannot forget about that cabbage. kind of burnt myself a little there. The cabbage is doing what it's supposed to do. Now let me grab some more gloves because I didn't pull them off and I'm in need of some more gloves. My housekeeper is not working today. I thank God for that housekeeper. I couldn't do it without her. The pain and stuff I be in, y'all. Sometimes we just need to be thankful. That slightest little move just in. Woo. I think I'm getting hit again. So let me tell y'all what I mean when I keep saying that I'm getting hit. There's people outside of my house that, you know, for whatever reason they don't like me. So they start shining their lasers on me and stuff. These lasers hit me. Heat up my body. I start losing my breath. Sometimes lose my train of thought. And because it works with your brain, everything. My body go to aching in the places where they have hit me. And I just never thought that I would be a victim of this hate crime like this. I don't know who they are, but it's hate, y'all. It's hate. That's what it is. Now, let me tell y'all. I got my temperature. I heated it up on, let me see. Let me stand up and see. I heated it up to on the 400. Well, it was about 375. Now I'm going to turn it back down and let it slow roll on 350. No need to be in no hurry. And these pieces, they are thin, some of them are. Y'all hear that? Look, you better sizzle like you own a podcast. Sizzle. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but it's not trying to talk loud for me today. But, yeah, let's do this. Sometimes I start repeating myself and stuff, and I figured out why. Because when they shine them lasers and stuff in here, them lasers really make me sick. All the progress work I had did, it got undone because of those lasers. But I'm not giving up on me. I'm still getting up and trying. So when they hit aim at my heart and stuff, in my head sometimes, man, when I tell you that I get confused sometimes because of it, and it mimics, I'm going to tell you, if nobody else has told you, it mimics the flu. That's why I sound like this. I got hit in my throat. I got pictures of it, where I got hit in my throat, and my throat, it started sounding like I had a cold or had allergies and stuff, and sometimes that's not what it is. Sometimes what it is somebody is just hateful and doing hateful stuff. That's what it is. So that's what I'm dealing with. But anyway, y'all, I got these pieces in here, and I'm going to go ahead and start doing a video for it. But thank you for tuning in and listening to me talk. And, you know, those of you, if you pray for me when I had the little mini asthma attack just then, I appreciate it. Let's check that oxygen one more time before y'all get off of here. And one thing about I can't sit up under this grease cooking like this. So I'm going to move into another room. Okay, so we good. We 98. We good. We good. I'm going to do a podcast for y'all who want to make extra money, who got the time. But that's going to be on my other podcast, Jamie the Entrepreneur. So you might want to follow that and follow me on Facebook. And I'm going to tell you all the surveys and stuff that I know that you can make money on, that I have been making money on. I've been buying groceries. Y'all, I've been buying groceries. You hear me? So I'm just trying to help the next person out. If you want that information, then you need to go ahead and follow me on Jamie the Entrepreneur podcast and on Facebook. All right. Peace, love, and happiness.